Hello everyone, you are welcome to this section. In our previous class, we talked about how to make use of simple formulas in Excel. So we already have some experience creating simple formulas that have only one type of operation. So they have only one type of operation, but sometimes you have to create more complex formulas that do have more than one operator. For example, we have addition, multiplication, we have something that do with subtraction and division. So in order to do this, you need to understand how Excel is being calculated or how Excel used to calculate answers. So Excel uses a set of rules called order of operations. Order of operations, which you may like to always try to remember. So you must remember how to calculate uh, formulas with these acronyms. So always put that in your mind. So this acronym before you hear, this PEMDAS is the short word that is used to represent parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So the order of operations determines which part of the formula is to be calculated first. The very first thing that you calculate are the items in parentheses. So when you have a complex formula like this, so the very first one to be calculated is the one in the parentheses. This is what is called parentheses, this bracket. So that is the one that is to be calculated first. So if you have any exponents, then you calculate those. Exponents is like, okay, you say raised to power, something like this. We used to call it raised to power, or it's called exponents. So in the way they are arranged, that's the way you calculate them. You calculate them PEMDAS. So parentheses, exponent, multiplication and division, then addition and subtraction. So Excel knows how to use this order of operations. So whenever it calculates a complex formula, that is the order to which it will take, or it must take, so that you can get the correct answer. So it's very important you remember the order so that you can create formulas that will give you correct answer. So we are going to go into the details right now. So what we are going to do is to look at this mathematical operations here, all these things that we have using the order of operations. So in this formula, you can see we have 10 plus 6 minus 3 in brackets divided by 2 then multiply by 4 minus 1. So when you do it this way, then you come to exponents. When you want to calculate for exponents, you say 10 plus 3 divided by 2. When you solve this problem, you will see that it's 3 that will come out of this parenthesis. So we have 3 divided by 2 by 2, then multiply by 4 minus 1. So what you get in the following step is 10 plus 3 divided by 4, 2 and 2 here, 2 raised to the power 2, 4. Multiply by 4 minus 1. So when you come to division and addition, this is division, this is addition. 10 plus, this is what you get from the union of this 3 and 4. 3 divided by 4, 0.75, multiply by 4 minus 1. So you can see that we are solving these problems, this one plus this one. That's what we just solved now. So we have 0.75 multiplied by 4 minus 1. So when you want to add it, you are going to get 10 plus 3 minus 1. Because when you minus this from this, you get 3. So finally, you now arrive at 10 plus 3 minus 1. So you now get 13 minus 1. So your final answer is 12. So your final answer is 12. And that is the same answer Excel will give you if you enter that formula in your worksheet. So we are going to experiment that with this worksheet I have prepared here. So now I'm going to show you why it's important that you follow the order of operations. So if you don't do that, you will not get the answer correctly. So in this example that I am showing you, I like to add these three figures or values. I like to add them together and find out how much the taxes or the tax for the sales. So I like to add them together to determine how much tax we get after all these values. So what I'm going to do is to enter the values. The first thing to do is to enter your equal to. Then you will say D3. This is D3. If you remember, this is the row, this is the column. So D3 plus D4 plus D5. Then multiply by, let's say, 7.5% of tax. Let's say 0.75. But we will not enter 0.75. We are going to enter 0.75 like this. We are going to enter 0.5. So, but remember to put points. So the way we arrange it like this is going to be like it will give you correct answer. No, it's not going to give you correct answer. The reason be that in the order of operations, multiplication is to be calculated first, but there's no way you can derive answer for your multiplication except you have already added the values. So that means that maybe you have to shift 0.75 to the front, and that will not be okay because we have to calculate this one first before we will now multiply it with 0.75. And the rule says that whenever you have multiple operators, you need to put some in parentheses because they are not of the same operation values. So the way this is being arranged does not follow the order of values, but you must also remember that multiplication comes before addition. So Z is going to multiply this by 0.75. In order to calculate this, you just need to put this D3 plus D4 plus D5 into parentheses, because parentheses are often the best way of controlling which part of the formula to be calculated. So when you put them in brackets, it tells Excel that okay, calculate this one first. So this is what we will now get from this one. That is what we will now use to multiply 0.75. So you can also generate, or maybe it depends. If you go to market and buy something and okay, they said this is the tax, and the tax is always in percentage. So if you are getting 0.7 or 7.5%, or you can also make it 0.8 or 0.9, depends on what you got. So all we are going to do now, after putting this, then put down in parentheses, you are going to press your enter key on your keyboard. So immediately you will have your final answer. So that is a very wise way to do it. If you do not put the values in parentheses, it's going to give you the wrong answer. So whenever you are doing a complex formula, just remember to follow the order of operations. So this is where we end this particular session. So see you in the next one. But till then, have fun and take care.